The town had always whispered about the man who lived on the hill. Some called him a mortician, others a murderer, but no one knew for sure. They only knew one thing: his collection. He never asked for permission, he never gave reason, but when the bodies started to pile up, no one dared to question him. His name was Alden Wickett, and he had a particular habit of collecting the dead. The people who disappeared weren't missing, they were taken. One evening, a desperate father named Jacob Collins knocked on Alden's door. His daughter Emma had fallen ill. She wasn't dead, not yet, but the doctors had given up, and now something strange was happening to her. "I don't know who else to turn to," Jacob pleaded. "Please, you have to help her. Whatever you do to the others, please do it for her." Alden looked down at the man, his expression unreadable. Without a word, he led Jacob into his home. The air was thick with the scent of formaldehyde and rot. The walls were lined with strange jars, each containing the remains of something no longer human. "Let me see her," Alden finally spoke, his voice low, almost soothing. They walked down a long corridor, past rows of shelves lined with skeletal remains. In the far room, Emma lay on a table, her body pale, her breath shallow. Her eyes were wide open, unblinking, as if she were awake and aware of every moment, but there was something wrong with her. "She's not dead," Jacob whispered. "No," Alden replied, his voice distant. Suddenly, Emma's eyes fixed on her father, and she screamed. A high-pitched, guttural scream that rattled the walls. Jacob stepped back, panic rising in his chest. But Alden merely stepped forward, unfazed and whispering something under his breath. He reached for a jar on the shelf, extracting a small vial filled with a dark, viscous liquid. "This will make her sleep," he muttered, pouring the liquid into Emma's mouth. Her screams fell silent almost immediately, her body relaxing as if the tension had been drained from her. Jacob hesitated, confused. "What did you do to her?" Alden looked back at him, eyes glinting with a twisted amusement. "I gave her peace. In time, they all come to me," he said, motioning to the other bodies. "I collect the ones who aren't ready to leave, the ones who need more time." As Jacob tried to speak, a cold realization crept through his veins. Alden's collection wasn't just a matter of bodies. The collection was alive. Emma wasn't yet a corpse, and the gallery was keeping them alive. For what was anybody's guess.